Guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today is our last episode about shaming and I'm super excited because our next couple of videos are going to be super interesting about all kinds of crazy things having to do with depression. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed these past couple of videos, and I would like to say thank you so much to all of you who subscribed and who watch these videos. I hope that it has helped you in many ways, and you guys are just the best for even taking the time to sit and watch through all this madness. Without further ado, we're gonna do partner shaming today, which includes partners of gays and just like your general boyfriend-girlfriend situation. And my lamp is, hold on. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. I want to start with saying that depression is hard on everyone, and that includes the people that love us the most. But what we seem to forget is that our partners, those who we date, who we marry, who we choose to spend our lives with, they struggle through certain things that have to do with our depression, which includes our mood swings, our ups and downs, our constant need to take our medication. For example, they always have to kind of babysit us and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because self-care is important, but sometimes we tend to forget, especially if you're genuinely like, I'm impressed by what you have to do to take care of your depression. It puts a lot of pressure on your partner, and that can build into resentment and anger, and sometimes that festers. And that's for the worst, because that impacts your relationship negatively. When it starts to fester, then every little thing that you do starts to annoy your partner, make them super upset, make them super angry, and they kind of want to take a step back and say, you know what, you need to take care of yourself, you need to get your act together. I know I have been a victim of that statement, get your act together, and I'm euphemizing here because that's not how I was told to get my act together. Essentially, that kind of feels like you're being shamed for having a hard time and for going through a difficult situation in your life that is either caused by your depression or makes your depression worse. And sometimes I know that it comes from a good place, like the partner just wants you as a depressed person to kind of move on with your life and to get better. But man, does it hurt? Does it not make you feel kind of worthless and unappreciated because your partner cannot even take the time to be on your side, to basically be there for you? Maybe partners get tired. Maybe they get so tired of constantly being there for us that they need to take a step back. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It just kind of means that they're also human. I want you to take a look at both sides. When we as depressed people go through a hard and difficult time, it's so difficult to voice our opinion, especially people who suffer from bipolar. They have a difficult time expressing how they feel. Those of us who have anxieties, people with OCD, people who have genuine mental illnesses that have been diagnosed by professionals. Guys, it's hard. It's so hard to get the word out there, to tell your partner, hey, this is what's going on in my head, because you don't even know. Like, you don't know what's going on in your head, and you're not sure how to verbalize and how to make these emotions that you're feeling come out into words. And then the partner decides that, you know what, if you can't tell me how you're feeling, I can't help you. It's not a I don't love you enough to help situation, or an I don't love you enough to talk situation. It's a I don't know how to say this situation coming from us, and I don't know what you want from me. I don't know how to help you frustrating situation coming from them. And if we communicate that and come and meet each other halfway, I think it would actually benefit us and make our lives so much easier. At the end of the day, don't you actually want to talk to your partner and say, I'm depressed and I feel this and this and that? I feel anxieties, I feel sad, I feel useless, and I feel worthless. And you want someone who's going to say, I hear you, I'm here, I'm not going to leave you regardless, and actually mean it. Because let's not pretend like everyone's going to stay. We all know those people who talk a big deal, They talk a good game, and then at the first sign of a hiccup, they're out the door. As fast as they can, they run for the hills, and they just go. And then you are stuck alone with no one at your side. And it's shameful because it makes you feel like you weren't worthy of love, and like you weren't worthy of having someone stick by you. Especially so if you stood by that person when they had a problem. Oh my goodness, how frustrating is that, right? You stand by them through thick and thin, and then at the first sign of you not being okay, they're like, deuces, and they're out. Crappy, isn't it? The experiences that I have and the experiences that I have asked people about, because remember, I'm not a licensed therapist, so I actually have to go and talk to therapists and talk to people, interview them, and ask them how their experiences went. And a lot of the times, the people actually explain that it wasn't necessarily with mental illness, but more with just general illnesses like cancer and chronic diseases, that the partners would kind of shame them into saying, you're not strong enough. Why aren't you strong enough? I'm here for you. Why aren't you strong enough? Why aren't you getting better? And I get it. It gets frustrating when a person doesn't get better and all you want them to do is get better. But, I mean, are you God? Did you control time? Do you control any of these things for you to be shaming this person who's going through a hard time? At the end of the day, this video is it's not a happy video. It's a matter-of-fact video about the fact that people will probably leave us. People will probably go and not accept who we are and our struggles and our huge amount of baggage, whether or not you cut yourself or you have an eating disorder or you struggle or you have autism and you just don't know how to communicate. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be that person who's going to leave. But here's the good part about that person leaving. There's always going to be a person who's going to stay. I guarantee you someone will love you enough to stay, to hold your hand and stick by you, whether or not you go blind, or you get paralyzed, or you have depression, or you have Alzheimer's, or you have Huntington's. It doesn't matter. There will be someone, be it your mom or your dad or your partner, and especially that person who loves you, who has loved you your whole life. They will stay. They will stay. The partner who you have that does not stay is not worthy of you and is not your partner. That is not your person. I promise you, let that person go. If they don't sit with you through struggles, let them go. It's fine. They were never your person to begin with, and your person is somewhere out there, probably stuck up a tree, waiting for you to walk by and be like, hey, I'm here. And that's okay. It's okay to find the love of your life at 15 or at 50. It's perfectly fine. If that person accepts you, man or woman, whatever you prefer, if that person accepts you and loves you and is there for you, no matter what, you hold on to that person like a crazy stalker, because that person is your person. And that person will love you and not shame you. That person will stop people from shaming you, will defend you, will be your hero. Even though they will know that you don't need a hero, you need a partner, they will stand by you like Superman will stand by you. And that's the greatest part about finding your person and having depression. Because that shame that you felt before will disappear. It'll go away. You will appreciate that pain because now you'll have so much joy. Guys, I really hope that this program has helped you and has opened your eyes to certain things and actions that we do and that other people do that make our lives a little difficult, so that can make your life better now. I sincerely hope that your depression does not go out of control, that you find peace and happiness, and that I'll see you again next week for another video on how to live a better life with depression. That's all for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Questions, ideas, and thoughts about anything that you want to talk about, or message me independently. It's not a big deal. I'm always here. Anyway, have a beautiful weekend ahead. Bye, guys.